We live in a country that is completely obsessed with polarization. What do I mean by polarization? I mean two sides, and two sides only. And it has become more and more and more popular over the last couple of decades to not only have two sides, but to have a script for each side. And more and more and more, the scripts have become so specific that when people start to go rogue or have to go rogue in a conversation, because inevitably life has innuendo, life has a need for intuitive thought and dynamic thought and abstract thought, but people are taught that they don't need to think. Here's a script. First of all, pick a side, and here's a script. And we're not going to tell you what to do when you have to go rogue. So when people go rogue, some of the stupidest shit comes out of their mouth. Polarization makes our thought process so narrow and narrow and narrow and narrow and narrow until our brains are squished in our skull. We can't think at all, let alone think for ourselves. Polarization generates stupidity. Now, as I said, this has been going on for quite a while now. When I was a child, it was definitely not a rarity for these things to happen. It certainly has gotten worse over the last couple of decades, but as a child, it still did happen. Now, let me give you a little introduction here, okay? I'm neither liberal or conservative. I don't really give myself a label at all, at least, politically. I very much believe and try to practice an intuitive, dynamic thought. I really don't give a damn about the scripted things that you're supposed to say, whether you're liberal or conservative. I come from a very religious and spiritual background, and with that has come some really deep thought and a lot of processing over the years. I am deeply rooted in my traditions, in my spiritual practice, morals, values, beliefs, and yet, believe it or not, especially people on the more conservative side of the fence consider me to be a flaming liberal. Oh my God. And the people on the liberal side of the fence consider me to be a backward, slow-minded, Neanderthal, pea-brain, third world piece of shit. Oh my God, it's nonsense. Alright. I love Dave Chappelle for so many reasons. But one of the big reasons I love him is because he gave me this expression. In the last specials he did, one of the things he said was, alright, here comes the deep water. And so here it comes. Just simplistically. Okay? As I said, I have a very rich and dynamic and ancient as well as progressed background. I'm always striving to grow and change and learn. I happen to think that a lot of different kinds of human behavior are not natural or normal. They can be heterosexual and they can be homosexual. The religious Ani believes that marriage is between a man and a woman. World citizen listen, I can talk. World citizen Ani truly believes that people should be able to live their lives as they see fit. As long as people are not actively forcing their beliefs on anybody else, then they are free to believe whatever they choose. Boom! Magic! Did you just see that? Magic. You can actually hold more than one teeny tiny pea-brain thought in your mind at a time. It is possible to be traditional. It's possible to be progressive. It's possible to be totally in process, all at the same time. And guess what? It's mostly all good, as long as you're growing. But let me tell you, the craziness that comes out of people's mouths, because we are so indoctrinated into a polarized society, is beyond this world. I remember when I was around 6th grade. Okay, so I came from a church that really frowned upon dating because we have a tradition of arranged marriages. I did not end up getting an arranged marriage, but at the time, and probably now, I wouldn't, even now I'm not against it. I think arranged marriage can work very well. Just like, as they call love marriages, have the potential to work very well. In America, we are clearly not living up to that potential. Anyway, as you probably can imagine, and by the way, I was born and raised in Massachusetts. Super dupe liberalville. And as you can imagine, I was a fucking social pariah. See there? See there? See what happens there? Polarized society. You cannot even have different traditions without being a social pariah. Because, people, there's a script. You better motherfucking follow that script. So while pretty much everybody else was beginning to indulge in their crushes on boys and whatever, probably sucking face behind the dumpster at our school. Yeah, that's what I said, the dumpster. Really yummy, right? There was me, 6th grader, little girl, trying to figure my life out. Trying to follow and be faithful to my parents' traditions, because that's what you do when you're a kid. Anyway, here comes stupid. One of my classmates, I remember sitting in a car next to her, and she says to me, "Anshin, your life is so easy because you don't have to deal with relationships." What? Anyway, that face I just made, I didn't let it show my face, but I felt it deep in my heart. It was like, first of all, we're in 6th grade. And second of all, we're in 6th grade. And third of all, did I mention we're in 6th grade? What the fuck? You don't gotta deal with relationships. Can you feel the stupid? Can you smell the stupid? I can, even now, and believe me, I did then. Anyway, I was like, yeah, my life's easy. I'm just a robot with no hormones or anything like that. Being a social pariah doesn't bother me at all. Being totally different than pretty much 100% of all of you, besides my sisters, doesn't bother me at all. Every one of you is white. And me and my sisters are pretty much the blackest people in the school. And plus, we have church traditions that nobody motherfucking understands. But there we were, off script. And people didn't know what the fuck to do with us. And so they said stupid shit like, your life isn't complicated because you don't have to deal with relationships. Did I mention we were in 6th grade? No, you're right. I mean, figuring out whose mom is going to drive who where. Now that's some relationship problems right there. Let me tell you, yeah. And plus, splitting up is hard because, it could be really hard on the kids. You want to break their little hearts. The Beanie Babies? I'm talking about the Beanie Babies. The Beanie Babies on your bed? You're gonna break their little beanie heart if you guys split up. So yeah, I totally see it. I totally see it. Your life is so complicated. Second face behind the dumpster, so complicated. More like disgusting, but okay. No. Stinky dumpster. Nothing spells romance like a stinky dumpster. Are you ready for some more stupid? I thought so. So when I was 16 years old, by that time, I mean, it was a little bit before then, but by that time, the script had pretty much become one set of letters and a couple of sentences. And basically those letters are LGBT. Actually, there was no Q at the time. Believe it or not, there was no Q at the time. And then the sentence was, you gotta be freaking gung-ho for the gays. Like, immediately. You couldn't be just, like, supportive. You had to be, like, gung-ho. You gotta go to their parades. You gotta wave the rainbow flag everywhere. You need to be shouting it to the rooftops until you're shitting rainbows. Anyway, my background. Again, my background is traditional Asian. The very fiber of our thousands of years of tradition is based on the man, woman, children, family. Plus, I was 16 years old. I was just trying to freaking get through the day, for God's sakes. But apparently, everybody else had a script and got the memo. But of course, Ani did not. Big motherfucking surprise. Because when this dude asked me in school what I thought about gay marriage and what I thought about homosexuality and all that, I answered him honestly, and I said, I don't understand it, and I don't really get what the whole hype is about. At the time, I honestly just said, I'm not even sure this is really natural or okay, but I don't know. We're motherfucking 16 years old. Can we talk about something else? Listen, if you want to kiss dudes, that is fine with me. Did I mention he was a guy? Since then, guys, he announced pretty recently, probably a couple years ago now, he announced the day after Coming Out Day. I don't understand why there's a National Coming Out Day when people don't even know Hispanic History Month exists. Oh my God, some people are going to be triggered by that. Anyway, that's for another video. But he came out as wavy. Wavy. Now it's LGBTQ, what is it? AAI or IAA or something, but it's got W in there. Don't you forget it, bigot. No, I don't have problems with gay people. I have problems with the Pride movement. It's the same kind of problems I have with pretty much any dogma. Anyway, he basically asked me when we were 16 years old what I felt about the whole LGBTQAIAAWLMNOP thing. Come on, guys, give me some space. I don't come from that culture. Basically, I'm just like, I don't understand it. He was like, Anjan, you really need to examine your homophobic underlayers of your psyche. You really need to examine your soul. Because I would hate for you to be a bigot. Really? Really? Excuse me, but, okay, first of all, do you smell the stupid? I smell it even now. Even over 10 years later. Here comes the stupid, everybody. I told him, really, because when lesbians hit on me, because they do, and you know why? Well, the first and least obvious reason is because, well, I'm a real woman. But that's not important to lesbianism, please. Anyway, when the girls hit on me, I'm flattered. even when they're drunk and they're not really lesbians and they just want to experiment or something. I gently reject them, but hey, I'm flattered. You, on the other hand, Mr. who wants to preach from the pulpit, from the rainbow pulpit, and let me tell you, you must be shitting rainbows by now. When we pose the question to you, when the girls in the class posed the question to you, if you didn't know who was sucking your dick, but it was a guy, and he was doing a good job, would you be aroused? And you were like, no, really, you wouldn't be aroused? Of course not. No, okay, maybe you didn't hear me correctly. If you didn't know it was a guy, and he was sucking your dick, and he was doing a good job, would you be aroused? No, I would not be aroused. Oh, and why is that? I mean, I have no problem with homosexuality, but I'm not gay. Do I see some beads of sweat on your forehead? Because you're sweating now. You seem pretty frightened to be thought of as gay. But you're right. You're not phobic at all. Oh, and by the way, a lot of these people these days need a handy-dandy thing called a fucking dictionary. They needed it back then, too. Guess what? Bigot and phobia actually have definitions. They do not mean, you don't agree with me. And not only that, they don't mean, you don't agree with me immediately, bigot. They actually have definitions. Phobia means fear. And bigot means a very, very, very stubborn intolerance towards something that isn't of your philosophy, of your culture, or whatever. Man, these people just throw it around when they have to go rogue, when they gotta go off the script. Here's another one for you. There was this minister in some southern state. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But he was like, if gays continue to marry, I'm gonna light myself on fire. And I was like, please do. My God, you're stupid. Please, burn up that stupid. Burn it up. We don't fucking need that shit. One less stupid, we'll all be better for it. So when I read that, I went and told my husband, I was like, I've been thinking about this. The conservatives are going to get the conservative white Jesus, gung-ho white Jesus, Bible beater types. By the way, I love country music. I have a deep love for Dolly Parton's people. I really do. I really am a country girl at heart. All jokes aside. All the real bigotry and phobia aside. And dogma and whatever else. I love the Dolly Parton peoples. But anyway, I said the conservatives are going to get so fired up inside by their righteousness, they're going to just spontaneously burst into flame. And the progressives, the liberals, the New Agers on the other side are going to become so progressed that they're going to go higher and higher and higher and dissipate into the sky. And then my husband jumped in and he was like, all the way up to their big, grand, safe space in the heavens. Bah! Oh God, I was dying. Safe space in the heavens. Except for heaven doesn't exist, silly. Not for them. It's not in the script. Can you feel it? I feel it right here. Right here and right here. I feel the stupid. Can you feel the stupid? I do. I've been feeling it for decades. Ready for some more stupid shit? Yeah, I thought so. Apparently, the script on the left these days says that a black person cannot be racist towards a white person. Again, there's a handy dandy thing called a dictionary. But dictionaries are not allowed in the world of polarization. They're banned from the world of polarization. Now, granted, I am not in denial of the existence of white privilege or light skin privilege or any of that. I very much strive to find humility in the face of all the black race has gone through, especially in America. Really, truly. Jokes aside, really, really, truly. Please know that. But that does not mean that a black person cannot be racist towards a white person or a light-skinned person. I'm going to be just really honest right now. I myself have experienced the most racism from white people, which I'm half white, by the way, and probably should have said that part in the beginning because Becky gets really, really upset about that. They get their panties in a wad and they have to be like, oh wait, I'm half white. But by then it's too late. They're so triggered, they're like shooting their brains so much because they're so triggered, and the stupid is just like spraying out of their head. And that's when I'm just like, block. Okay, did I say this before? So I have experienced most racism from white people and black people. Blacks and Asians don't want to have anything to do with each other. Nothing to do with each other. The animosity between them is unbelievable. You could cut the fucking air with a knife. And I say, y'all gotta get your shit together because Blasian people are some of the most beautiful people on the face of the planet. Yeah. That, my friends, is one of the most biggest truth bombs I am going to drop tonight. Get out there and make some Blasians. Make some Blasian babies. Get over yourself. Alright, back to the stupid. So when my friend confronted the person who said this to her, the special snowflake that said this to her, my friend posted the actual definition of racism, which is a severe intolerance towards people of a certain race. It doesn't specify what race, just any race. And the answer to that rebuttal from the snowflake was that language is fluid. It's changing all the time. Oh my god, the stupid tastes so bad. Tastes so bad. You know how when you can smell something, you can taste it too? God, I smelled the stupid and I tasted it too. Can you feel it? Can you feel the stupid? Oh my god, the stupid. But you want to know what's even more stupid? When people say stupid shit like that now, people are like, yay, good for you. Oh my god, you're a motherfucking genius. I love you. And I'm just over here like, and I wonder all the time why America has gotten to the state it's in now. I should not wonder anymore. Language is fluid. It's changing all the time. See, these people had to go rogue. They had to go off the script. And it's like projectile vomit stupid into the atmosphere. And the sad thing is, they don't have to be stupid. Potentially, they are not stupid. Potentially, they are very intelligent. But because they buy into this brainwashing that you have to follow a script, and if you meander from that script, even so much as a little tiny bit, you will face ostracizing, you will face abuse, both emotional and psychological, and in extreme cases, physical. If you don't toe that motherfucking line. You are a social pariah of social pariahs. Oh my god, here's another one. So this white guy was watching the Golden Globes or something. I can't remember. And this beautiful, I believe she's African, actress with beautiful, dark skin. It may have very well been Lupita. I don't know. But I just love that woman. She is so gorgeous. Anyway, this white guy on the couch, he's like, she has absolutely beautiful brown skin. He was so amazed at her beauty, and he said so. And he mentioned the color of her skin. And his son said to him, Dad, you can't say that. That's racist. What the hell are they teaching you guys about racism? Oh no, wait. Language is fluid. I forgot. Listen, if racism doesn't even mean what it actually means, if it's not even the actual definition anymore, then how the fuck do you expect to educate people properly? God, the miles and miles and miles of stupid that polarization has brought to this country is absolutely motherfucking mind-blowing. When will people learn that it's not hate speech to have different values than somebody else? That it's not our obligation to tell someone that they're going to burn in the fiery pits of hell and be tortured for all of eternity if they do not stop their homosexual ways. If that's what you think, and that's what you think, and you are fucking free to think it, and you are even fucking free to say it. But it doesn't help anything. It doesn't help your cause. It doesn't help anybody else's cause. You can be traditional, you can be more modern, you can be all that all at once, all the time. That is the absolute motherfucking magic of the human soul and the human mind. You can be in process, you can be trying to understand, and you will be, I promise you, for all of eternity, if you believe in that sort of thing. Oh, sorry, that's hate speech. This is the stupid icing on the cake. When I was discussing the whole transgender bathroom stuff, and expressing my concerns about it, probably in a strong way, I do try to be respectful, even if I am strong about my views. This white LGBTQ lady who I was talking about, she was being somewhat civil, but she became more and more and more uncivil, and again, she had to go rogue, and she started to eat the stupid pie and shit out the stupid words. And my God, that woman shits rainbows. Anyway, she told me that if not letting trans women into women's bathrooms is like Jim Crow. Come again? Not letting trans women into women's bathrooms and locker rooms and everywhere else is like Jim Crow. No, wait a minute. I didn't understand that. I thought you said that it's like Jim Crow. That is what I said. That's it. That's the icing on the cake. That's the stupid icing on the cake. On all her other rainbow friends. Oh my God, you're genius. You destroyed that homophobe. Yeah, you destroyed me. You destroyed every last ounce of hope that humanity can actually have a fucking brain. Anyway, folks, the point of this video is that polarization breeds stupidity. And the reason for that is because if you make the passageway so narrow, you have no ability to transcend the boundaries in any way, that you make yourself trapped in one lane, eventually you're going to have to go rogue, and you will have no tools in your toolbox. You will have no insight other than the script that you are being fed. And yes, you did just drop thousands of dollars on a university to be handed that stupid, idiotic script. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Grow the fuck up, people. Jesus is brown, and trans women still have a prostate. And women do not have prostates. If you disagree with me there, then so be it. But before you call me a bigot and accuse me of phobia, go get a dictionary. Just do me a favor. Go get a dictionary. Before you repost something comparing the Jim Crow era to the trans people situation, bathroom situation, and then going, hashtag woke. I beg you, please. Please tap in to your emotional, psychological, and spiritual, if you believe in that sort of thing. Mystical, magical, intangible intelligence. And think dynamically. Think intuitively. Think for yourself. Really, hashtag woke. Wake. Hashtag wake the fuck up. Stop normalizing stupid. Please. Start learning how to disagree, even have heated conversations, but be intelligent. Be emotionally and psychologically and intuitively intelligent. Find some common ground or don't. Learn something from each other. Stop thinking that just because you got people to applaud you and to cheer you on in your stupid rants does not mean anything. All it means is that we have a really big problem on our hands because the stupid disease has spread really, really far. Our ability to actually think and be intuitive is one of God's most precious gifts. Or, I don't know, random evolution's most precious gifts. Are you beholden to a script? Or are you thinking for yourself? Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you like my other videos, then please subscribe. God bless.